today is quite an exciting day because there's new products out. It is the new SRAM AXS wireless group set. I guess the gears are only the wireless thing. The group set isn't wireless. This is a genuine 2-camera learn for both me and Will.
We've not done this. Because
we've never fitted this to a bike, and it's got quite a few unique features that we've never seen before. So I guess we'll go for each component, fit it to the bike, see how to set it up. We'll read the instructions. So step 1, mech, which
look at it,
is just a beast. It's not as fun, is it? This is way more fun.
It already looks old.
Look at that. And I guess the main feature is the way that the mech mounts to the bike. And traditionally mechs mount to the bike on this part here, the hanger, on this, let's be frank, tiny little bolt that sits there and sort of dangles around. Whereas this is absolutely
that is the hanger.
Massive. There's no more hanger involved at all. The mech goes straight onto the frame, which increases stiffness, increases the precision of the mech and the shifting, and it's just less things on your bike. That, as a step change in technology, is massive.
Look at the jockey wheels as well.
Jockey wheels are massive.
18 tooth?
I think that's 18.
It used to be 14.
You look at it compared to the old one. This is a 2-piece pulley as well. So the inner part that holds the bearing is separate from the teeth. So if you get anything jammed in here, the teeth carry on moving, like a bushing, basically. One of the coolest features, actually, I think, is the fact that the cage can be removed from the mech body itself without any tools. So if you do mash your mech cage, you can't easily replace it on the old one. Whereas the new one, you just undo it and it comes apart. That's the coolest. That's so cool. Purple anodized parts that are internal, that's flexing. So let's
put it on.
Put it on. No, this is like
oh yeah.
This is like Transformers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does look a bit Transformers.
Transformers.
There you go, we're official now. What else is in here then? Chain. So the chain has changed a bit as well. Flat top, which is pretty cool. Been in road and cross bike chains for a little while, but what it allows them to do is make the chain slightly thinner and increase the stiffness and strength. New crank, shiny, carbon, just a crank.
Oh, it's not just a crank.
Is it not just a crank? Yeah.
No, this is not just a crank.
I mean, the other side isn't just a crank. This has got some
bits,
extra bits on it.
It's got some bashy bits, hasn't it?
I think they're a bit Marmite. Oh yeah, look. I'm not sure about them, but these are bash guards basically, top and bottom, which I think is a little bit of a early 2000s nod in my opinion, but they are removable and I would absolutely remove them. Not for everyone, but I don't know, splits opinion in here.
Yeah, I think the main thing, they probably won't run through a chain device.
They're cool as hell, I want them.
Do you want? Okay, there we
I
go.
think they're rad.
There we go.
Everyone wants those on their bikes.
There we go. Well, you know, not everyone can be right, so.
Some of them are
Some
more
of
like
us are
others.
wrong.
So that's the new crank, 165mm as well. New shifter, pod, very different to the old one. Again, a bit split opinion in here. There's lots of fans of the old shifter, so I think this is going to be one of those ones you have to use to get used to, but we'll fit that. Chainline spacers, in case you've got a 52mm chainline bike.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Instructions wheel, go on, get reading. And then this is the cassette, which is massive, of course, as all cassettes are, but the engineering in this is pretty awesome. It's got this noise dampening red bit in there as well to kind of calm the cassette down. I think this is also the ring that you set the gears up in, and we'll go through that in a bit because it's a bit different. But there's a cassette. So there's all your things. Let's put them on the bike.
This is mad actually. There's actually no setup because it just does it all for you. It's literally, you just put it on and pair it and it's done. There's no B screw, there's no limit screws. Because everything's where it needs to be, you just plug and play.
And the manual's got purple bits in it.
So, because of the way this mech attaches to a bike, it does away with the hanger and standardises the distance between the mech and the rest of the cassette, you don't need any screws. There's no B tension screw, there's no high-low limit.
It's literally
Just
always
fit
perfect.
it to the bike and it's perfect.
There's no variables. Everything there is part of the same system.
So no mechanics. Mechanics are now redundant, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm still sceptical.
How do you top the wheel of it?
From here, it looks like we've got a mech out the box and it's bent, but it's not. It's meant to be that way. And actually the bottom jockey wheel works at an angle so that as you move through the mech, it works in a yaw fashion and keeps the angle of the chain onto the chain ring as straight as possible. So there's no sort of cross force, which is a technical term. But looking at it now, it does look quite funky and that will freak a few people out. So it's meant to be bent. So we need to put the chain on. Everything's on, crank's on, cassette's on, mech's on. It looks flipping awesome. And to put the chain on, go on the app, tell it what bike you've got, in what size, and it will have already calculated the chainstay length of that bike for you, and it will tell you how many links. And you just have to cut the chain at that size and fit it to the bike. And the way you then fit it to the bike is pretty much already done for you. You put the mech in, put it in A, which is setup mode. The mech without the battery on is already set up in the setup gear, which is the 6th gear,
Middle.
which is the middle. Some would say the middle. Which is this red one here, the one with the red plastic thing. You put the chain on, move the mech back until you've got chain tension and tighten it up, and that's your mech set up.
Right, wait until it flashes.
It was described to me by Neil at SRAM as being that UDH was the Trojan horse to them gaining market share, basically, because Shimano aren't going to be allowed to use this system, and all bikes now come with UDH pretty much. So very clever people at SRAM. It's quite a big move, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So and all their mechs will go this way, I'm sure.
And then you tap that again, and now.
Oh yes, first shift. Go on then, Will.
In the world,
Go on, Will.
I'm the first person
So,
ever to shift
we
it.
don't need to do any adjustment. It should just shift perfectly straight away. That's the theory. Yeah, look. Quite noisy.
The chain's dry. Like the gap between the 52 and the top jockey wheel is pretty perfect considering
Yeah.
like we're not at sag.
Drag the brake a bit.
Because it should shift better under load because of the
So that's
narrow
me
wide.
dragging. I'm dragging the brake, so there's some power.
And right, let's say you've just hit a steep climb.
So hang on. So if we've just found a feature that we didn't know. So if your battery runs out on the shifter, you can still shift by pushing the button.
We can't shift up though. Unless you go on pedal, let's see if you can press and hold to.
You definitely shift
down
down.
shift. So that's good because you can like
Because
ride
you might be
alongside.
stuck in one gear and you want to go down to the next. You can just push the button and then you're not trapped in a super high gear. You're in a sensible gear. That's cool. Did the old one do that?
I don't know.
Maybe it did.
So as with the old stuff, there's like a micro adjust. So say like it's not perfect, you can kind of align the extremes of it to get it perfectly right. So you may notice when you was pedaling earlier, it was making a little bit of a clicking noise. So we can just microscopically move the mech.
Shifting pretty good. Noisy. As far as fitting mechs and shifters and stuff, that is pretty quick, isn't it? And
It's quite easy, yeah.
Wow, I do not like that bolt. Feel how shallow that is. Biggest gripe so far, SRAM. This bolt here is too shallow.
Put that in quite a few places, which is oh right, okay. So can go there, or you can go like
Yeah,
the,
you can do some weird,
or there.
weird stuff with it.
So you could have your dropper on here now.
You could have it up.
You could have it on the left.
Yeah.
You could have it there. You could, oh yeah, we're gonna see some combinations, aren't we?
One pedal, yeah.
That's what if you clip in.
Oh no, this is. Go on, sit on that and have a feel of that. How the ergonomics.
I don't mind it. Your thumb can just sit in there and you can roll your thumb, can't you?
That's what they were saying. Is less of a movement than the old shifter.
But that was horrible. The old one.
really like
The old one where you could just rock it.
I quite like that one. Should we try and pair it? Hold it
So the
down.
light will go on and then it'll do like a burst.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now just tap that
Tap
once.
that again. And
There, see. Yeah.
Look at that. I'm shifting a different bike's gears. So if you ever want to win a race,
oh yeah, come on.
just pair with
You're
someone else's bike. Here you go. Look, I'll shift his gears. Look.
Easier gear. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, let's go harder.
How far does it go? Is it still shifting? That's pretty good range actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad it works with the old shifter, that's cool. There it is, done on the bike. We've played around with the old shifter, paired it to the new one,
It worked.
been grumpy about the new shifter or not, depending on who you are.
Yeah, which is it's nice.
But that is the new SRAM AXS and us fumbling through the fitting of it. It's actually really, really nice to fit. It's really quick,
It's quite intuitive, isn't it?
very intuitive. They're available now. Give us a shout if you want one.
People are worried because there's no hanger to bend instead of the mech braking, but the mech's got a device so that if you do hit anything, it's gonna move out of the way. So like, it moves. It's fine.